Hey everyone, welcome back to Jimin Verse. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button right now because today we are diving into something that is going to make your heart swell, maybe bring a few happy tears to your eyes, and definitely leave you thinking about these two for the rest of the day. Look at that title. Did they say, I do? Now, I know what some people outside this fandom might think when they see a title like that. They might think it's just clickbait. They might think it's just dramatic speculation. But if you have been in this fandom for more than 5 minutes, if you have watched these two grow up together over the past decade, you know that the word vow isn't just about a legal document or a traditional ceremony held in front of hundreds of guests. A vow is a promise. It's a commitment to stand by someone through the noise, through the chaos, through the highest peaks of global stardom, and through the quietest, most vulnerable moments behind closed doors. And when you look at the sheer weight of what Jimin and Jungkook have shared, the way they look at each other, the way they choose each other time and after time, year after year, it makes you realize something profound. They didn't need a public stage or a grand press release to make a lifetime commitment. They've been speaking their own secret language, making their own unspoken vows right in front of our eyes this entire time. Today, we are going to unlock the most romantic secret of all: how Jimin and Jungkook built a bond so sacred, so resilient, and so deeply affectionate that even their own agency couldn't hide it if they tried. We're talking about the subtle details, the historic moments, the quiet domesticity, and the ultimate sacrifice of choosing each other when the entire world was watching. So grab your favorite hot drink, wrap yourself in a blanket, and get comfortable, because we have a lot to unpack. To truly understand the foundation of these secret vows, we have to travel back in time. We have to talk about the moment that fundamentally shifted how the world viewed Jimin and Jungkook. We have to talk about November 2017, G.C.F in Tokyo. If you were there when that video dropped, you remember where you were. You remember the exact feeling of watching those first few frames play out on your screen. At the time, Jungkook was discovering his passion for filmmaking. He had high-end gear, he had access to endless subject matter, and he could have created a travel vlog about anything. He could have shot the Tokyo skyline, the architecture, the food, or a montage of the entire group. But who was the absolute star of that film? Who was the sole focus of his lens from the moment they landed to the moment they left? Jimin. Every single frame of G.C.F in Tokyo is shot with an overwhelming amount of tenderness. It isn't just a travel video, it is a cinematic love letter. It's the way Jungkook captured Jimin walking down the illuminated streets, the way the camera lingered on Jimin's smile while they were eating, the soft, warm color grading that made every scene feel like a dream sequence from a classic romance film. And then, of course, there's the soundtrack choice. Troye Sivan's There For You. Let's talk about those lyrics for a second. When your tears roll down your pillow like a river, I'll be there for you. When you're screaming, but they only hear a whisper, I'll be loud for you. Jungkook didn't pick that song by accident. He edited that entire video himself, spending late nights cutting footage, matching the beats of the song to Jimin's laughter, aligning every lyrical drop with Jimin's gaze toward the camera. In the editing world, every frame is an intentional choice. Selecting a song about unconditional support and devotion to frame a private getaway with someone, that is a public declaration of devotion wrapped in art. It was as if Jungkook was telling the world, without saying a single word out loud, "This is my person. I will capture him in the softest light possible, because this is how I see him every single day." That trip to Tokyo wasn't just a vacation. It was the moment they drew a line in the sand and established a world that belonged only to the two of them. Now, let's move forward into the details that drive this entire fandom wild, because the physical details tell a story that words sometimes cannot. Have you ever noticed how jewelry functions in the world of JiKook? In many cultures, but especially in South Korea, rings hold a profound, undeniable significance. Couple rings aren't just worn for fashion. They are a clear, universally understood signal of commitment. Over the years, sharp-eyed fans have tracked the appearance of matching rings, shared accessories, and specific placements on fingers that traditionally represent eternal promises. We've seen them step out at airports, on live streams, and at major award shows wearing identical silver and gold bands. What makes this so romantic isn't just that they wear them, it's how they wear them. There have been countless moments during official broadcasts where you can see one of them fidgeting with a ring, turning it around on their finger, or reaching out to lightly touch the other person's hand. There's a distinct comfort level there, a physical grounding mechanism. When the pressure of being world-famous idols becomes overwhelming, when the cameras are flashing relentlessly, they look for that familiar touch. They check for that physical token of their connection. And it goes far beyond accessories. It's the secret language of their body language. Psychologists often talk about mirroring, the subconscious habit of adopting the posture, gestures, and energy of the person you are closest to. Watch any BTS group interview from the last 6 years. Watch how Jimin and Jungkook gravitate toward each other's orbit. If Jimin leans in, Jungkook shifts his weight toward him. If Jungkook laughs, his eyes immediately dart to Jimin first to check his reaction. There's a famous psychological phenomenon where, in a room full of people, when everyone laughs, a person will instantly look at the individual they feel most emotionally connected to. For Jungkook, that person has almost always been Jimin. And for Jimin, Jungkook is his anchor. They don't need to shout over the rest of the group. They don't need to make grand speeches to the media. They communicate in micro-expressions. A subtle nod across a crowded room, a gentle nudge of a shoulder, a shared inner joke that leaves both of them giggling while everyone else is completely confused. Those micro-moments are the building blocks of a private life. They are the daily I-dos that happen when nobody else is paying attention. If you want to know what real romance looks like, you don't look at red carpets or scripted TV appearances. You look at the mundane moments. You look at domesticity. Because grand romantic gestures are easy to fake for a camera, but continuous, effortless domestic comfort, you can't script that. You can't fake the feeling of home. Think back to the reality shows we've been blessed with over the years. From In the SOOP to their recent travel show, Are You Sure? What did we actually witness in those shows? We saw two people who exist in absolute harmony within each other's personal space. We saw Jungkook casually preparing food for Jimin without even being asked, knowing exactly how Jimin likes his meals, down to the preference of spice and texture. We saw Jimin making sure Jungkook was warm, bringing him blankets, fixing his hair, and fussing over him with a quiet, maternal tenderness that feels so natural it almost flies under the radar. In Are You Sure? That domestic energy was dialed up to 1,000. Watching them navigate travel, illness, riding motorcycles through scenic roads, and sharing quiet meals in secluded cabins felt like watching a long-term couple on an extended anniversary getaway. There was no awkwardness, no hesitation, no need to maintain an idol persona. They were completely stripped of the glamour, yet the connection remained utterly radiant. Remember that scene in the cabin where they were just lounging around, talking in soft tones as the night fell? There was a peacefulness in that room that you cannot buy. It's the kind of peace that only comes after years of building trust, after knowing someone so deeply that silence between you isn't awkward. It's comforting. When you spend your entire life surrounded by security guards, managers, camera crews, and millions of screaming fans, privacy becomes the rarest luxury in the world. Yet, whenever Jimin and Jungkook are together in those quiet, off-camera moments, they manage to create an invisible bubble of privacy right in front of us. They make the world disappear. That domestic harmony is the true secret behind their bond. It's not just passion, it's partnership. Now, let's talk about the moment that cemented this narrative forever. The moment that proved, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that their commitment to each other is unmatched in the entertainment industry. Let's talk about December 2023. Let's talk about companion enlistment. When the time came for the members of BTS to fulfill their mandatory military service in South Korea, every fan knew it was going to be an emotional, difficult transition. Military service is grueling, intense, and isolating. It takes you completely out of your comfortable life and drops you into a rigorous, disciplined environment. In the South Korean military system, there is a very specific, rarely utilized option known as the Companion Soldiers System, or Pabyeong Companion Enlistment. This system allows two individuals who share a deep, pre-existing bond to enlist together, undergo basic training together, and serve in the same unit side by side for the entirety of their 18-month service. When the news broke that Jimin and Jungkook chose to enter the military together as companion soldiers, the entire world stood still. Think about the magnitude of that decision for a moment. They could have enlisted separately. They could have chosen different branches, different schedules, or focused on individual solo activities at different times. But instead, They made a conscious, deliberate choice to enter the toughest chapter of their adult lives hand in hand. They chose to sleep in the same barracks, face the bitter winter cold together, endure physical fatigue together, and support each other through every single grueling exercise. If that isn't a modern, real-world equivalent of in sickness and in health, for better or for worse, then I don't know what is. That decision wasn't made for publicity. In fact, entering as companion soldiers meant extra scrutiny and shared responsibility. They did it because, at the end of the day, when facing the unknown, they wanted the other person by their side. They wanted to make sure that neither of them had to walk through the dark alone. When those photos surfaced of them standing shoulder to shoulder in their military uniforms, looking strong, resilient, and unified, it felt like the ultimate confirmation. They didn't need a ring on every finger to show their commitment. Entering the military together was the loudest, most romantic, and most courageous "I do" they could have ever given each other and the world. Beyond their actions, we have to talk about their art. Because as musicians, the ultimate outlet for suppressed emotion is music. When you can't say something directly in an interview, you write it into a melody. You hide it in the background vocals. You weave it into the structure of a track. Let's look at their solo work and collaborative projects through this lens. When Jimin released Face and later Muse, the themes of longing, soulmates, search for genuine love, and deep emotional connection were central to the narrative. Tracks like Closer Than This carry a promise of eternal return, a vow that no matter distance, time, or separation, the bond remains unbreakable. And then we look at Jungkook's solo album, Golden. An album packed with tracks that explore the entire spectrum of love: intense passion, deep devotion, heartbreak, and unwavering loyalty. Songs like Seven and Standing Next to You aren't just pop anthems, they are anthems of relentless, unconditional presence. Standing Next to You, Through the Fire, Through the Night. When you hear Jungkook sing those lyrics with that raw, soaring vocal delivery, and then you look at who has physically stood next to him through every major turning point of his life from age 15 to now, it all connects. They have continuously used their music to send signals back and forth. How many times have we seen them perform together on stage, where a simple choreography turn becomes an intense, locked eye contact moment? How many times have they harmonies in a way that feels almost otherworldly? Their voices don't just blend well technically, they blend emotionally. There is a resonance there that only exists when two people understand each other's souls completely. So, where does the agency stand in all of this? Why do we say the agency left speechless? Throughout the history of K-pop, entertainment companies spend millions of dollars trying to carefully curate, control, and edit the images of their idols. They control narrative arcs, fan service, public statements, and personal schedules. But every now and then, a bond between two artists grows so genuine, so raw, and so immense that no PR team can contain it, script it, or direct it. Jimin and Jungkook's bond transcended the boundary of what Big Hit or HYBE could ever script for a reality show or a promotional video. You can tell when an interaction is manufactured for content, and you can tell when an agency simply throws up its hands and lets two people be who they are because trying to stop it would be impossible. Think about the moments where staff members in the background of behind-the-scenes videos just watch them with a mix of affection and helpless amusement. The private jokes during shoot breaks, the way they linger on set together long after the director calls cut, the way they insist on sharing rooms or sitting together during long flights, these aren't company directives. These are personal choices. The agency didn't force them to go to Tokyo together in 2017. The agency didn't force them to enlist as companion soldiers in 2023. The agency simply captured the reality of a love story that was unfolding naturally right in front of their cameras. They realized that the authenticity of JiKook's connection was far more powerful than any scripted storyline they could ever invent. As we bring all these pieces together, the cinematic homage of G.C.F., the matching jewelry, the psychological alignment, the domestic warmth of Are You Sure? The ultimate commitment of companion enlistment, and the deep emotional resonance of their music, we arrive at the answer to our question. Did they say, I do? If you are looking for a traditional wedding with white dresses and official paperwork, maybe you're looking at the wrong metrics. But if you define I do as a solemn vow to choose one person out of 8 billion people on this planet, to promise to protect them when they are vulnerable, to honor their dreams and hold their hand through the storms of global fame, to walk side by side into the hardest challenges life can throw at you, to look at someone after 10 years of knowing them and still smile at them like they are the absolute center of your universe. Then yes, Jimin and Jungkook have said, "I do," 1,000 times over. They say it every time they look at each other across a crowded stage. They say it every time they share a private laugh when no one else is listening. They said it when they boarded that flight to Tokyo, and they said it when they walked into that military base together. Their secret isn't a secret marriage in the conventional sense. Their secret is something much more profound. They found their true soulmate in this lifetime, and they were brave enough to hold on to each other no matter what the world threw at them. And for those of us lucky enough to witness this journey from the outside, it is a constant reminder of what real, unconditional love looks like. It's soft, it's fierce, it's quiet, it's loud, and above all, it is forever. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today for this deep dive. I know this was a heavy, emotional one, but I really wanted to honor the depth of what these two mean to each other and to all of us. Now, I want to hear from you. What is that one JiKook moment that made you realize their bond was truly once in a lifetime? Was it G.C.F. in Tokyo? Was it the decision to enlist together? Or was it a quiet, domestic moment from one of their travel shows? Drop your thoughts, your theories, and your favorite memories in the comments down below. Let's turn the comment section into a beautiful safe space full of love and appreciation for these two. If you loved this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and pushes our content out to more JiKook fans around the world. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another deep dive here on Jimin Verse. We have so much amazing content lined up as we count down the days until they are back where they belong, together and on stage. Take care of yourselves, stay positive, spread love, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.